chance he starts off that
smoke grenade. Unfortunate.
Yeah, so he's going to do some loadout work, and surely we'll get a little bit of a sacrifice around P1 to make sure that everyone's happy and well, and that will work out for Miami. 9-0 start. Rencor putting pressure towards Couches, but knows his limits and tries to find some ground to fight on, but Scrap will deny, and LA will reset.
Yeah, LA spawning over towards Couch's side. Have every single player up and ready to go, but they're still not getting any time off this P1. Now you need Hydra's route to be very impactful, and he gets absolutely nothing out of it. So Miami, a perfect start to this dead hard point. They haven't given up a single second at P1 and don't plan on doing it in the final 10.
Yeah, and you've already got Trakes on the rotation in that final 10. He's going to be in a 1v1 with Hydra, who sees him first and deals with it quickly. aBeZy also able to find a couple as the exit from P1 is contested, and even though it was
where Miami are coming from, but Neum chooses a very questionable route here, works his way through Broken, and thankfully you got Hydra watching that angle still. That leads to a clean 4 dead, back spawns blocked, all of Miami trying to break through the front again.
And it's already being tested. aBeZy, well-cooked nade, was able to find Super, plus a stun to make life easy on the battle versus Trakes. So, yeah, this will work. I mean, it's literally chef's kiss. Absolute perfection. 25 seconds to fight. Miami cannot just forfeit this time, so they're going for it, but they are getting absolutely manhandled on this rooftop approach, and look at the minimap. Neum's already hitting the route. He's already set up on the guide heading towards P3.
And the one opportunity to get the back spawns, they can't even hit the time. You're forced to rotate early over towards the P3. Neum in a position to gather some early information. Can potentially give you kill number 2, but he gets taken care of by Trakes. So he's the only one off the rotation here for Miami. 2 players from LA.
Jay, what is happening?
There's an issue, man. So sometimes the game might actually read that you have a stun, but every time you throw it, it's actually a smoke grenade, regardless if you keep on changing it. So hopefully we can just switch the class up so we can stop seeing smokes here on the hard point game. But that smoke leads to a Thieves break.
All right, that'll work for now. But Miami do have numbers, mostly sitting inside and around 10. LA working to flip the map around to touches. Miami will get at least 1 player. No, make it both towards Dojo to spawn up, and they are aware that Hydra could be playing on this flank. Also, just the time left in the hard point forces the rotation to be considered. And we'll deal with, well, about double the points-ish for LA as we jump over to P4, and Miami are in control to start.
Yeah, Rencor finds that kill off of Old. Now you know your team is in a 3v3 for the battle of the front. How long can you finesse her? How long is it going to take for Hydra just to break you down? He walks right through small room, lines up a double. Neum gets kill number 3. You're trying to block the back spawns. All you need to do is take care of Rencor, and that is fantastic plays.
Easy nearby. Good help from Scrap. Makes this a perfect hold. LA up big, 35 seconds, and Miami are spawning in the worst position possible. Towards Couches, this is a tough decision on what route you want to take.
Yeah, this is tough, man. This is where you force Miami Heretics to truly be uncomfortable, because all season long, they can slay with the best of them. They usually put themselves in the driver's seat off the rotation, which is followed up by a great hold.
Unreal.
But when you're asking this team to break down some of these hard points, they are not doing it in sync. Going 1 by 1, now getting slayed to bits. Hydra on 7 in a row, aBeZy on 6 in a row. S&G takeover here for LA.
Yeah, you gotta hope that if you're Miami, you're not just getting like lost and that they've thrown smokes. Like,
regain,
brother. That's an awesome shots to get to 14 and 13 and potentially earn a hellstorm of his own.
It's crazy because Miami only got 26 seconds off of that P1. 24 seconds came after the next 3 HPs. LA have dominated that first half, and when you're dominating, it's most likely going to lead to some hellstorms and the back pocket. You find the initial 2, but not a single player from Thieves in a position to get themselves into a time, so Miami withstand that and are still holding.
Yeah, it's Super, who again was still trying to play for that hellstorm, gets shut down by aBeZy. Neum had everything in front of him, but doesn't come away with much. But aBeZy is right there to pick up, man. I'm telling you. Some days he just looks like one of the most flexible players in the CDL. He is currently 20 and 9 as Miami will essentially cut their losses the remaining time at P1 and set themselves up for a P2 setup. But losing Rencor already has some question marks, but what's going to happen with the spawns with aBeZy trying to flip?
And big shout out to the P1 HP for Miami. Yeah, without that, they're not in this game. But now you win the rotation over towards P2. You're just not does because you're not over towards that overload point. You get those back spawns if you're still Miami, and you're in a position again to contest.
Well, Hydra littering this approach from the backside of Garage. Nade making things difficult for him as Rencor is finally able to get the trade. Neum on 4 in a row. Again, also peppering this setup for Miami. He walks away with that final 2, making life very simple for the remaining Thieves inside the hard point. 155 to 81, and it just does not feel like the Miami Heretics that we know on this map have shown up yet.
You just can't get a break, man. Now you finally find yourself in a number situation. You got to make the most of it, but it's only for 15 seconds. You will gladly take that if you are LA. You just need to beat them to the punch off the rotation, and Scrap wins a big one-on-one, making another one-on-one, this time versus Super, to alleviate the pressure over at the new HP, but there's still one player unaccounted for. Trake's trying to make a big-time play.
Yeah, he's able to find one, make that 2+ neutralizing the trophy, and then here for the Heretics, and boy, do they need it. Some question marks, though, on where the Thieves are spawning as nades are being tossed all over the map for info. Rencor watching the mid-cut, in some trouble, but wins the gunfight versus aBeZy. And from the front, Metals, that works out nicely, leaving Thieves in pieces as they try to force this break attempt.
See, Miami just looked like a way different team when they're the team initially in towards the hard point. But now you're forced to find a break or at least keep it mixy at the ending of this P3. Rencor finds a double, Trakes comes off the respawn and gives you at least one. But Miami looking at a flawless hold here at the P3 to someone keep themselves in this game.
Super has to make a play here, though, and he's been red. Good shutdown by Neum. It gets to within 50 points, but Miami are going to have to break, and they are taking all 4 members through Dojo. Hydra holding in a corner. He gets stunned. Should be a double slide out here, and it is, but Hydra's in a perfect spot, nearly gets the trade, but values his life. Goes all the way back to table. Dragon spawns are still being blocked, though, as this hit from Miami continues to put pressure on the back, but Neum able to get the 3 in a row, and that will stabilize things for the Thieves, surely to get past the 200-point mark.
And now look what Miami are spawning, all the way out of couches, because Hydra is in this position at P2. You can't even get close towards this hard point. The fundamental play on the side of LA is outstanding. You're breaching that 200-point mark. Okay, you want to hit a long route, go ahead. We are more than willing to give up those back spawns because we've been uncontested for the first 40, and we might be able to walk away with this final 20.
Super has to win this battle. You cannot allow this last 15 to just freely go to the Thieves.
You gotta go, man.
Yeah, you sure do. Battle's able to step up to find one, but aBeZy gets 2 in return. He is on fire. 28 and 15.
For now, you're the team to soak up the time and get LA out of it. A 90-point difference. A tall ladder to climb to get yourself back into the mix. And I love that Trakes is able to spot that guy walking through the wall because you are expecting Rencor to be ready for the fight, but Hydra still gives you one.
Yeah.
aBeZy and Neum apply pressure from couches. Now they get the break.
Yeah, and it's not even just the break. It's the fact that they have to force Miami to re-break through the hill and still flip spawns and then get the hard point if they want to see this map go their way. Again, it's a lot of obstacles to hurdle. And the kills continue to turn up in favor of LA as they look to put the finishing touches on this den where literally Miami has just not really felt like they've loaded in as a group of 4. They just felt like they're in pieces every single hill we get to.
They can't find a break, man. And every time they are finding a break, it's for the final 15 seconds. You will gladly give that up if you are LA. Now looking to potentially put the finishing touches here on the map. Neum locks down couches, aBeZy through the front line, all 4 dead. This is Thieves' game.
Man, it just, this entire map, I think it's, I hate to just say it starts with the opening smoke accident, but it just never felt like Miami could get set up for anything.
At all.
Couldn't set up a 4-man hit for a break, couldn't get themselves set up on rotation. They win a couple of gunfights with a couple of individuals. That's like, okay, cool.
Now to chow him.
All right. That's the setup. We'll see what unfolds as Miami will be on the opening defense. LA looking to get aggressive with some setups here at mid. Oh, and Super's able to collat right through it. Trakes goes to feel things out. It's like a little bait and switch, but from afar, and Super's collat has Miami with the numbers, and the pistol whip comes through, and now Super's looking for all 4.
Looking for the ace, and you know the last man standing is going to be Neum. Usually rocks the snipe in hand, but as an M15 on this round. Knows that the bomb is going to be down towards mid, and not a single player from Miami are forcing a one-on-one. They're just trying to gather info before all those arrows turn.
Well, that's free. Super!
Numbers, everyone just going to back down from their power spots. You're more than willing to give the bomb plant to Miami in the 4v2. So Trakes and Rencor need to find a kill, but it's not going to be easy because these aren't giving up anything.
Nah, I'm wondering if Rencor went up top to pick up the scope, though. Yeah, he sure did. Sees one of the jump.
See the glare?
Should have.
The peak.
Yeah, secondary shoulder, slide across, and that will confirm the scope. Thieves pinching things up, but Scrap gets caught. Trakes a smoke to manipulate some space here over the top of P5, and hold on a second, he almost gets the jump on the Hydra, not the case. So it's all rest with Rencor for the 1v3. Nade cooked. Some damage will be confirmed, but he can't find Hydra until eventually he's able to blow him off the map. Follow up, hold on a second, 1v1. Scope out, over the top, no! And the time will expire for the plant, and that will be around going to LA.
You don't force anything else, you're all back up and allow the time to be your friend. You know it does get scary, it's still 1-1.
Ooh, lots of nades here for LA. Does it reveal this play forward for Miami? Sure seems to have. But do they anticipate the second? They sure will. Perfect from LA, counteracting some early Miami aggression on the defense, and you also get scrapped through P2, so that'll work. Yeah, okay, perfectly read, perfectly executed, flawless round for LA. Hydra able to find first blood onto Trakes, and Hydra maybe trying to get more, but Metals will trade, super contested as aBeZy keeps the pressure up, and LA have full map control here in Miami, are struggling to get, again, anything going.
It's another situation where you lose those first couple of fights, and now you're forced to commit over towards B. A minute left to go. Both players going to put themselves in one-on-one situations. Metals trying to locate where aBeZy is, but aBeZy gets out of dodge. You keep the numbers in favor of Thieves. No need to do anything else.
Yeah, just stack up at A, play the retake at B if you have to. 40 seconds to go. Metals seen, damaged, and finished. So if you're Rencor, do you look for kills first? Sure seem to have. He should have a freebie onto Neum, waits for the perfect opportunity and converts. But from here on out, it's going to be difficult to commit a plant. Gives himself a chance by changing the angle, but get him out of position, give ourselves a chance off of the objective mostly. That's the same thing once again. aBeZy, nice shots onto the first, damage onto the second, slips away, has cover from Hydra, and that's going to be enough to allow the opportunity to plant.
Man up advantage still in favor of the Thieves. You see Scrap put himself in a position so he can keep Hydra alive. Smoke grenade gets invested, and that helps Trakes in that gunfight 2v2.
He's still alive as well. Looking for the regen and the reload. Rencor stuck in the action, and now bounce out from Hydra, but no. Trakes stays alive. His secondary now, Smoke's now in play, but no, just nowhere to go. Scrap sniping this round. Looking for something through Sat, but Bomb is still waiting for the go call here today.
And finally, Miami get the first blood, and it's on the back of Super, so makes his impact be felt in this round. But are you going to expect the crawl spot out of Hydra? He gives you one plus another. Instant 2v2, and then Neum on the pitch makes it a 2v1.
Yeah, Trakes, I believe, over the top saw Hydra, but he needs to play for the bomb. He's able to collect at least that, but maybe missed a chance at an even 1v1. And now down low. Nice shots, able to find the first. Slips away, no immediate trade. Neum hunting for it as Trakes will get back to 100 health. And we may just determine this on timing right now, as Neum is looking to see, can he catch Trakes playing through P4? Now moving back over to A, doesn't fully see him. Bomb being planted. Does Neum get here in time to catch him on the plant? Yeah, sure will. They didn't have the ice, and like that's going to happen. Paris is a solid team, but here just feels like they can't get themselves going in any form. Scrap gets the first on the Metals. You saw a couple other Heretics members at A, so you don't need to force this. Neum's already taken away the B part of the map, and Miami look lost. They have no idea this is happening.
Hey, you're just going to wait for Neum to work this late pinch. It's basically going to be a GG. Already a 4v2 as Hydra finds an extra. Neum is called out. There's no one over towards Motel. Finally there is, and I'll get him.
What happened?
But it's a 1v4, make it a 1v none. LA dominate. 6 rounds in a row.
For Days to connect. Trakes will grab one, but Hydra, nice little route here, has him pushing for space. Can't quite track down the kill, though, and everything will stay neutral.
Yeah, it's a battle for mid-map still. Neum makes it an easier engagement for his teammates coming off the respawn, because you know Super is somewhat in our spawn, but I don't know if he lagged out there. Scrap is able to find that kill for free. And now he lines up a collab for 3 dead, and your lead blocker is aBeZy. He gets this kill. This is an early score for LA.
And I'll tell you, again, just watching aBeZy the first 2 maps coming out slow, you worry about his confidence, but a shell like that, yeah, he knows he's still got it. Pistol for Scrap on 4 in a row. Lots of damage out, but he's away for a little bit of help, and he's going to get it from Hydra around the back, and yeah, that should work out.
Set the tone early on, but Miami are looking for a response. They just not winning the gunfight. To get it, you go 2 for 1 in the trade fights. Metals was thinking, all right, mid-cut should be all clear to now, but knocked down to 7 HP in the Dream. Can't get the better of Hydra, and now LA on the offense.
Miami look frustrated. It's just like they're trying to put together the same things that we've seen them find success with, but just cannot get that last bullet, that one kill they need to turn things around, in LA are just running through them now. I'll tell you. Follow up from Scrap. He's going to put the second score and grabbing the EMP, needing to win some part of the map back. 2:30 on the clock here for the half. not over yet, but it just feels out of sorts right now for Miami. They need a moment.
They desperately need a cap to give themselves a chance or some momentum going forward in the rest of this overload. They do find the opening kill. Now your lead blocker and Super is trying to give you one extra over at the B site, but it's Hydra on the pinch. Neum from the front makes it a 2v2, and now it's a 1v1. Hydra should get the stop, or he's not prepared for Renkor's route.
5 minutes.
Yeah, I just think Miami need to switch up their pacing. This is a team who loves to run and gun with the best of them. And right now, they're consistently on the back foot, but finally an opportunity where they can try to tie the game on up. Metals gives you one, but everyone else is dropping like flies. Now Super is trapped between a rock and a hard place. Does give you one and gets back to his team, but it's not going to lead to a score. 30 seconds.
And trades are out, though. aBeZy can't really contest from topside mid. The spawns for LA are all the way deep towards B, so EMP will be in hand. Scrap shut down. Does still have a Hellstorm if things get mixy. And now you're starting to develop an opportunity here. Metal's going to be able to shut down one on the pinch. Everything else focused on the front, but nades will be the only thing that trades. Renkor waiting for one more kill out of trades. He's having a tough time finding the player around the corner. And as Renkor drops this half, very well manned, but no, last second LA able to get the EMP and giving themselves an extra 30 seconds for one more try.
They're banking on Neum. Neum is going to be the lead. Loses his one-on-one. So now you got to hit the audible. aBeZy on the opposite side does win his one-on-one gunfight. Hydra tries to set the tone, but only 10 seconds left. You have to now commit towards B.
If you look at the spawns, though, for Miami, they're down towards A.
Where are they?
Metals is caught, trying to rotate back. It's just down to Renkor. He's taking a world of hurt. Here comes the follow-up. Scrap's going to score.
And Neum does just that. He just doesn't pick the right one. And Miami get their second on the board. Starting to show some fight here. Reset is going to be over towards Tanky. You currently don't have a single player in a position, and this should guarantee a score for LA.
Yeah, definitely should. Can anyone for Miami catch somebody before this Hellstorm comes down? Trying to use the panels as Metals, but he gets found out, and Scrap's going to take down two. Easy counter cap. It's a 4-2 advantage as Renkor tried to respond with a Hellstorm of his own, but it's just too late.
And now that Hellstorm is used for no apparent reason. You would have loved to say that if you were Miami going for an offensive attack, but you use it for defense and they still get the score in. Now you have the EMP in your possession, but you don't take care of the guy who just got the capture in, or you quickly do because Renkor wraps it on back. This should lead to a very quick score for Miami. Now down one.
Okay, that's the first convincing moment, though, for me in this map for Miami. And even on that Hellstorm, like, I think a lot of people would be fine going Hellstorm for Hellstorm, but it felt like
this down at A, but your EMP carrier overcommits through mid-cut and gets taken down. So now Hydra, you need to get more than just one kill for you to stand a chance at a score. Eventually gets cut down. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to work with, but Thieves are now rotating towards A.
And Metals tries to step up to be the first defender, and yeah, you're absolutely right. Now you've got trophy system support for LA. You just use your numbers to flood through, and you cannot get the damage done in time. That's just not something we've seen from Miami. They don't make plays like that. They haven't in weeks.
They're just allowing LA to dictate.
Okay, yes it is. It's being parked.
Shouldn't be, though. Like, if you're LA, we're just looking for the first kill so we can eventually work out of our base, because on a map like Exposure where the spawns can catch you off guard, you don't really want to take these kind of risks, but you keep on moving. You keep on drawing the attention on one side of the map, and now you get the information if you're aBeZy. There's so many players towards ring. Let's go B.
But Scrap gets caught. Renkor's double saves what would have been a free run. Neum caught from behind. Opportunity here for Miami. You've got two players pushed up, but the spawns are through mid. Does anyone get on the angle in time to stop this? No. So it's going to be a one-score affair. Miami quick off this capture.
Color. Super eventually gives you one extra, so for now it's about stabilizing on the map, but this is where Neum and aBeZy's impact could be felt. Map control in favor of LA, and you're still finding players off the respawn. Yeah,
and if aBeZy and Neum can manifest another score, it would put this map out of question, but Miami come away with a couple of kills. Neum stuck at mid-map. Not able to find too much. Hydra on the pinch is behind this play. Can he find the EMP carrier? No, not quite yet, but the play from front will be stalled. And you have to commit here. You've got to find a way to get this through. Scrap's able to give you two. Trake's in some trouble to win the pistol battle. Does he have a chance to still score this? He's trying to run. Neum behind him. He turns. The kill is there. Final 5 seconds before the overtime comes in. Miami, you're going to have the numbers. Trake's is going to wait for support. There's the extra 30. It's going to be a 4v4 over the top of the A site. Trophy system down. Two players. The drop of the EMP carrier will drop as well. And LA 3-0 Heretics out of the tournament.
Response from LA after letting that series go versus Faze. You were up 2-0. You just needed the overload to get it done, but you quickly shake off that loss. And you